Welcome everybody once again to the new Spanish Academy. This is Spanish freestyle lesson in the new Spanish Academy, La Nueva Academia de Español. In this amazing video, we're gonna look at an expression, as usual, a very good expression that might not be the expression that you'll be taught in the first day of school, but it's something that is very basic and that you wish you did learn early in school. All right. So when you notice something in Spanish is give oneself notice, something like this. Give oneself notice, or maybe we do the expression give oneself count. What? Makes no sense. And that's why I tell you, when you are learning a new language, don't translate things literally word by word, because the meaning will be lost. So it's good that you have somebody like the new Spanish Academy that tells you exactly what it means, so you don't get confused if you just look it up in dictionary maybe. So the word of the day is darse cuenta. All right, darse cuenta. Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you notice? No te das cuenta? Don't you notice? No te puedes dar cuenta. All right. No te das cuenta. Don't you give yourself notice, or don't you give yourself count? Giving count. That's weird, huh? But that's how we say it. So no te das cuenta. Don't you notice? Don't you see it? No te das cuenta. And here we have no te puedes. Can't you? You can't give yourself count. You can see it. No te puedes dar cuenta. No te puedes dar cuenta. In other words, what we're saying is something like no entiendes. No entiendes. Don't you understand? Okay. So let's say something like be a little bit negative maybe. Tú no te das cuenta de nada. You don't notice anything. Tú no te das cuenta de nada. All right? Okay, tú no te das cuenta de nada. You can say, él no se da cuenta de nada. All right, you see here? Te das cuenta. Se da cuenta, he. You can say, yo me doy cuenta de todo. I notice everything. And here is me doy cuenta. As you can see, the word cuenta doesn't change, but it counts. It matters. If we're playing a game and you say, well, that mattered, you can say, eso sí cuenta. That counts, all right? All right, me doy cuenta, darse cuenta. So something happened last night, and you were, or just a moment ago, and the referee didn't see the foul. You can say that the referee, so we're going to talk past tense. The referee no se dio cuenta. And he said, disculpe, sorry, excuse me, or discúlpeme, excuse me. All right? So you can leave it, or you can say disculpe or discúlpeme, and then comma. No me di cuenta. I didn't notice. No me di cuenta. All right. So what happened here? No se dio cuenta. Yo nunca. Now it's getting confused, right? Now we're talking a little bit about different past tenses, like participle. Yo no me doy cuenta. See here? Yo no me doy cuenta. And here is sorry, I didn't notice. So both is I speaking. I don't notice, I didn't notice, but here is doy because it's now, and here is di, is at that particular moment. No me di cuenta. Yo no me doy cuenta de esas cosas. I don't notice those things. I don't notice of de esas cosas. Of those things. Yo no me doy cuenta de esas cosas. Okay? Of course, we just looked at él no se da cuenta de nada. He doesn't notice of nothing. He doesn't notice anything. Tú no te das cuenta de nada. You don't notice of nothing. Y yo me doy cuenta de todo. As you see, we're putting de, of. Noticing of something. Noticing of nothing. Noticing of everything. Here we have, I don't notice of those things. De esas cosas. Understand? So, it's important to have a, mind these details so you don't omit it, or so in case you notice it, you use it correctly. All right. Yo no me doy cuenta de esas cosas. Es importante darse cuenta de esas cosas. All right. Darse cuenta. And here we have darse cuenta is give notice. Notice oneself for you to notice. In general, darse, he, she, it, darse cuenta towards oneself, reflexively, darse cuenta de esas cosas. It's important to notice those things. Ellos no pueden darse cuenta. They cannot notice. Ellos todavía no pueden darse cuenta. No pueden darse cuenta. Alright? So, darse cuenta is the phrase of the day. We can go on and on. Past tense, future tense. Let's add one more. You have to, you should, you ought to. And we say tienes, you have to. Tienes que darte cuenta cada vez, each time. All right? Cada vez, each time que eso pasa. Each time that it happens. Tienes que darte cuenta cada vez que eso pasa. You have to notice every time that happens. Ellos todavía no pueden darse cuenta. They still cannot. Todavía means still cannot give themselves notice. Cannot notice. Es importante darse cuenta. It's important to notice of that. To notice that. Eso, de eso. Remember, we don't say de eso. We say de eso. No me doy cuenta de esas cosas. I don't notice about those things. Discúlpeme, no me di cuenta. Sorry, I didn't notice. ¿No entiendes? No te puedes dar cuenta. Alright? Don't you know? Don't you understand? You cannot notice? There's many things we sometimes have a blind spot and don't notice. And once we notice, things get great. Okay? And that's what I'm here for, to explain to you those things so you te des cuenta. Para que te des cuenta. Alright. So, let me decir like this. Te lo digo, I tell it to you para, so that, que te des, so that you will cuenta, so that you will notice, cuenta. Para que te des cuenta. So that you give yourself, te des cuenta. Alright? Now, this is a tense, something like this particular here. I say it to you so that you would give yourself notice. That means that not right now, but in case that happens again, you would notice. It is a doubt, wish, might, would, could situation, all right? And that's a particular tense in Spanish that we don't have in English. In English, we say would or could, but in Spanish, we just change the verb to in a particular way. So we here don't say tú te das cuenta is right now. Diste cuenta is yesterday. Te has dado cuenta is participle. Te darás cuenta is future. Diste cuenta past. But here I say not das, but des cuenta. Para que te des cuenta. Para que te des... Whoops, what happened here? Para que te des cuenta. Alright? Okay, nice. So, descuenta sounds a little bit like descuento, which means discount, all right? If that helps, all right? Para que te des cuenta. Descuento means discount. Discount. Stop counting, okay? Te lo digo para que te des cuenta. Te lo explico. I explain it to you para que te des cuenta, all right? Nice. So, this is La Nueva Academia Español. Let's learn Spanish with the New Spanish Academy in this another Spanish freestyle lesson. We learn more here in the New Spanish Academy. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.